Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel, man. It is your boy Maziar here, and we are back with another Clash of Clans video. And guys, as you saw from the thumbnail and the title, we have 4 new pets. And let me be honest at the beginning right here, because I personally love them. They are so good. Of course, some of them, or 1 or 2 of them, I would say, not really compatible in some scenarios. Listen to that I just said. In some scenarios, because Town Hall 15, it's all about scenarios. You cannot just go and take, let's say this is meta, let's go in this. No, there are some certain defenses now that can actually hurt you. There is some certain mechanics in the game now that can hurt that certain strategy. But today we're going to be talking about the new pets, but because I know you're excited, of course, you might already seen it, you might not have, but let's just jump into this video, and I'm going to tell you also at the end what I like to run with the new pets. So for example, which pets for which heroes. Again, it's about scenarios, but this would be my personal recommendation, and if you want to listen to it, go for it, and if not, then you know what I'm saying, it's fine, man. Let me know your personal preferences for these new pets. You might be also liking the older ones, but let's just dive in, man. So guys, let me just briefly show you how the inside of the pet house is gonna look once you have it maxed out. As you guys can see, these are also max pets. Yes, I know that is gonna take a while, okay, but don't worry, I'm also gonna give you what pets you should max first, or don't worry about max, just to get them to level 5, because don't forget, when you upgrade your town hall, you get 5 additional, obviously levels to your heroes and pets for a few, I would say a few days. I think it's about 1 week if I'm not wrong, but that is about that. So you want to have your pets to level 5. But first, let's go and upgrade the pet house. If you can see right here, we have it to level 5, which will be unlocking Frosty. Now Frosty is a nice little troop. What does it do? Well, that is interesting, because it's like a Yeti, but like an ice golem Yeti, so mixed up. So this little guy, as you guys can see on the screen, is basically gonna be dropping Yeti mites, but it's basically ice mites, I would say. But it also does damage, guys. You can see the damage or the frost that it's doing to the defenses from a longer range. So it's shooting freezes, so it slows down the obviously defenses or some of the heroes. But you can see how powerful it is with the king, that they already got so much of this base and it's just slowing down, and you can see the Yeti mites beautifully dropping as well. It's nice to have it on some certain smash attacks or some certain warden walks, in case you're dealing with an expo on the ground when you're starting with the warden. Upgrading the pet house to level 2, we're gonna be getting the Diggy, and guys, this is gonna be one of my favorite pets overall in the game. Not the most favorable pet, but this is probably my second favorite. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my first one, you might already know it, but yeah guys, this is Diggy. And what does it do? So as you can see from the stats, this guy has a stunning surprise. Yes, like the hog riders in the builder base, or the hog gliders, or like hog raiders in the clan capital, but it digs under the ground like a miner, as we can also see it on the screen right now. When you drop it, it goes underground, come up, stun the defenses, go back down, come up, stun the defenses for a long time, guys. The stun effect is really long. It's about, I would say, 4 seconds if I'm not wrong, but I'm gonna put the stats on the screen for you so you can take a better look at the stunning effect. Moving on and upgrading the pet house to level 7, we have the poison lizard, and guys, this is also a nice little pet, but personally I do not think I will use it that much, and that's why I wanted to also tell you, do not put your dark elixir at the beginning on this little pet. If it's your favorite, or if you're considering to attack so many like heroes, go for it, but I would not suggest it myself. I would suggest other pets to be upgraded first, and this should be the last priority on your list. But what does it do? Well, it basically shoots poison, as you guys can see from the screen and the stats, but it's like a mini headhunter. So it's next to your heroes and it's super fast. It moves really quick. So let's take a look at one of the examples. If you drop it with the king, for example, it's gonna run to the enemy king and it's gonna try to take it out, but you can see it's not too crazy of a damage with the poison. But when it's not enemy, like when your hero is not there, it's going to go to other heroes on the obviously main village. So that is how it works. If you like it, you can upgrade it of course, but personally I don't see much of use in this pet, except for example you're doing a queen charge or a king charge into an eagle compartment. But don't forget, there might be 4 heroes there. You see in box bases how they do it, and they put, for example, let's say 4 heroes in, for example, one side of the eagle artillery. That's how your king with probably 1 headhunter can get through those 3 heroes that, you know, obviously you're doing the damage with the lizard and the headhunter. It's just gonna be a nice one. But that again, it's about the concept and all basically about the situation that you are already in. Now moving on to the max pet house level. Yes sir, this is my favorite pet by far probably, and it's gonna be the Phoenix. And guys, you already guessed it, this bad boy was on our channel before because we saw it in the Hammer Jam video, and I mentioned it a few times before everyone even know that there was gonna be, you know, anything coming in Town Hall 15, because in the Hammer Jam video they showed in a few seconds. And if you're new here, I'm gonna put it on the screen again. This is how it's looked like in the Hammer Jam video. So they basically did show us, but not everyone realized it. So I tried my best to put some light on it. But this, guys, it's a very nice pet. Let's just see what it does. It basically, guys, revive your heroes. But look at that little egg. I just love the way it looks. Look at that. When the hero dies, it comes back and brings the hero back for about 8 seconds. That is the max level Phoenix, guys. The lower levels, I'm gonna put it on the screen. You can see the level like actually does hurt if it's a lower level. That's why you need to get this bad boy to level 5. And guys, what is gonna be my recommendation for this new pet? Obviously, again, as you know, I didn't really like the poison lizard that much. I don't really like the name, to be honest. It's a bit weird, like a poison lizard. They could have given it, I think, a few more other names, to be honest. But let me know down below what you think about the poison lizard. But let's just go, and I'm gonna recommend the Frosty with the King if you don't need the yak. Sometimes you might just take, let's say, 2 normal wall breakers or 3 normal wall breakers to get through a wall. You don't need the whole yak for that, and the yak is useless sometimes if you don't want to dive into a base with, let's say, your certain heroes. Sometimes some people use the heroes on the outside with the dragons, so they use yak, and I'm like, hold on, why would you use the yak? But of course we didn't have any other options. Now guys, there is so many options of pets with different heroes. But Frosty with King, and that's because also, guys, if your King sometimes go in the base, because it's a close range target, like the King targets everything with his fist, so it goes to the target and the Frosty stays behind it. On any other heroes, if you use Frosty, it's gonna go in front of the hero and sometimes die. And don't forget, we have the monolithic. That tower can melt these bad boys, guys. These pets can go down so quick, so you need like the best protection. That's why the way these pets are designed, they're literally protected. Literally, if you think about Diggy, it's always under the ground. It's just coming up and go back. Phoenix is not even there. Phoenix just comes out at the end. And the poison lizard is the only one that is actually not protected too well, because it's fast, it's hard to control, and it's not as useful as the others. But let's just move on. So we got the Diggy, again, the second favorite pet of myself. And guys, what you want to use this with, I recommend you with the RC. Do you know why? Because I don't know if you know, but Diggy does go to the building that your hero is hitting. That is not with all the pets. Sometimes they go their own way for a few seconds, then gonna come back. But Diggy is not like that. Diggy will go straight to the defense or the building that the hero is hitting. That's why if you take it with the RC, when you are having an RC charge into the base, not with healers, just like you want to get, let's say, a single tower or a multi or eagle or expo, if you have Diggy with RC, it goes down and comes up, stun the defenses beautifully, and keep going back, come up, stun defenses, and it has speed of RC as well, and they are both under and over the wall. So you know what I'm saying, you know how it feels like to have this Diggy with RC already. But moving on, we got the poison lizard. I personally not gonna use this, but what would I use as the third pet? I would use the owl with my warden, and again that comes to the preference because I use Lalo. And yeah guys, I know we didn't get any upgrades to Lalo overall, we just got to upgrade to minion. I know they I don't know why they didn't do that, but maybe they wanted to put the meta a bit down. Like with the Lalo, it was the meta for a long time, over a few town halls. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I use the owl. If I don't use Frosty, I'm gonna use the unicorn with the king, or the phoenix with the king. But I don't want to get you confused, but don't worry, the poison lizard, if one day I'm gonna use it, I might use it with the warden, and that's because in case I go ground, for example, let's say a hybrid or a smash attacks, so I can dive into the base and have a headhunter always behind my heroes and troops. You can already imagine how poison lizard would be a good addition. If the CC comes out, it can actually damage the headhunters of the CC so good and so well. But that is coming to the situations again. Moving on, we got the Phoenix, and how would I use it and who would I use it on? It would be on Queen mostly, but listen, this is obviously this is my whole preference, but again on certain bases I might need another thing. I might need a unicorn with my queen because I'm doing a normal queen charge, for example, without healers. I just want the queen to get deep in the base, and I want the Phoenix to boom charge it if she dies, in case I wanted to get a certain defense. But Phoenix is beautiful with king as well. Just imagine how many times have you sent your king to take a, for example, eagle, or take out a multi or a scatter, and because there was a skeleton trap, Teslas and everything, he didn't manage to do that. And Phoenix is gonna give the king an extra 8 seconds to come back and get the job done when he didn't. And guys, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something new about these pets, and trust me, we're gonna have more sneak peek coming. I'm gonna do my best and as fast as I can to bring you these videos. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on my videos. And also don't forget, if you're like me, my main account, and you have one of each, you know, obviously book, ruin, all this stuff, if you have one of each, basically I'm gonna give you the guide, which is gonna be the most value out of these stuff, like the most insane way you can use this stuff actually, so you won't be behind too much. Some people might not realize this, but that also goes away because I already built the guide base. So I'm gonna give you a whole base that you can actually copy and do the things I tell you to do, in case you're confused. Because guys, you can see we have 4 new pets that have 10 level each, we have 2 new defenses, and we have about 8 different defenses to upgrade. So trust me, you might need that guide. So subscribe to this channel and like this video. I hope I see you on the next one. So take care and peace.